Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us today for this live broadcast of the Gosu Game Jam Challenge number 2, February 2022, with your host today, eagleDog. Today is the last day of the jam. We have only 13 hours and 47 minutes and 18 seconds left to finish this project. The game is called Overlord, and it looks like this. And this is our map right here so far in this text editor. Got a little bit of a welcome message here. Seems to be some sort of a problem with the font. Apparently it only likes capital letters. At least we have a beginning game state. This has been one of the major goals this week, to get some kind of a welcome message or a welcome screen when we start. This is certainly not perfect, but it's better than nothing. We've got a bunch of mobs wandering around down here. And the breakout ball up there, bouncing around. And one thing I've also achieved was to get an end state based off of the old original breakout version. Let's see if we can... If it hits those black bricks right there, boom, there it is. That's the goal. You did it. That was amazing. Nice work. You win. Okay. And that was from D-Bro's original breakout implementation. So we have a basic functional game. Oh, and then once it ends, everything pauses, and they're all just kind of stuck there. That's interesting. So we have a very basic implementation of the game. It's not perfect, but it's probably good enough to get it submitted and at least have a participation badge. Oh, also I got a bunch of sound effects. That's the space bar right there. Just basically loaded up all the keys with these different sound effects. And that's where we're at so far. It is 3 o'clock a.m. with 13 hours and some change left in the competition. I've been working Winston Churchill style here. Working for a few hours, take a little nap, work for a few more hours. And basically got really lucky. Woke up at about 2:30 a.m. ready to do some more damage here on Overlord, and found out that I have a pull request. Dun 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 dun. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Here on GitHub, if we look at our eagleDog, there's a white no contributions so far today, February 27th. But if we go into the Overlord repository, what we can see is right up here at the top, pull requests 1. That is music to my ears, ladies and gentlemen. My good friend Triquad has come in and saved the day, took a look at the code, and put his professional improvements onto it. So we want to merge this pull request, but we first want to check and make sure that I'm not messing anything up in my own Git folder. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to say git status, see if I've made any changes. Looks like not much. I've been a responsible coder and been committing as I go, so I don't have to worry about merge problems. Made some changes to this text, and I turned on the music on Overlord. So I can safely discard those changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the messages, the Git messages here, and follow these instructions. It says, changes not, let's see here, here we go. Changes not staged for commit, use git add to update what will be committed, use git restore to discard changes. So I probably could just do git restore all, which is kind of my favorite way to do things. Git restore all. And now if I say get status, I've just deleted any changes I made in those files recently. Everything is rolled back to the way it used to be. All right, now I'm ready to merge this request. So I've got this open pull request. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here in my internet browser where it says has no conflicts with the base branch, merge pull request. Yeah, that's fine. So merge pull request and confirm. Maybe I'll leave a comment. Awesome. There. Comment. Leave a comment. Awesome. And then merge pull request. Improve ball bounces. Avoid self collision. Fix some collisions branch. Look, Triquad even made like a separate branch and then push the branch over. I mean, this guy is he's off the charts. Who's ever even heard of that? Branches on GitHub? We don't use branches. Just plop everything into the same branch. Not Triquad. He's sophisticated. All right, looks like I got it there. So now if I go back to the Overlord repository, we should see some changes here. An attempt to improve ball bounces. I see there in scroller. Character, ball object, and Ruby version. So those are the changes that Triquad made. And now I want to see those changes. So I'm going to go into my bash window, my console. I'm going to say git pull. There it is. 4 files changed, 54 insertions, 30 deletions, ball object, character, and scroller being the main ones affected. So now I have an updated version. All my files have been synced up with Triquad's version. So now let's see if I go in here and test it out, if we see anything different. Well, apparently he's... Oh, look at that ball. Oh, look at the way the ball is bouncing. Oh, much better. That's good. Probably must have gotten tired of all the beeps and stuff. Look at that. Look at how it bounces the right direction. Oh, missed it. Try again. Unfortunately, the ball, I mean the goal, you can't actually walk through the goal. I would still say this is like such a massive improvement from earlier in terms of the way the ball is bouncing. It looks like, oh, and look, it doesn't like stop moving before it hits the character. It waits till it hits the character and then it stops moving and the character can just kick it. So the only thing Triquad did not do that I would have loved is if he'd made the ball go faster. I just can't seem to figure out how to make the ball go faster. It's a conundrum for me. Let's see if it hits the mobs. Let's see what happens. And it looks like he's got the ball set to just go through the mobs, which is fine. That's acceptable. So there we are. There we have it. Triquad is definitely improved Overlord. Made some changes for the better. And we will be able to submit a video game submission for the Gosu Game Jam. The theme is castles. I would say this looks like a castle more or less. Certainly the gameplay could use a few more features. And I'm going to try to just kind of clean up the map a little bit, make it clear so people can tell where the goal area is. Maybe clean up my intro message. And then basically now, with only 13 hours left, the main thing now is just to do whatever I can to get this thing submitted. Whether it seems like it's looking good or not, we got to get it up there. We got to get it into the participation category. And maybe even take 3rd or 4th place. Who knows? We'll have to see what the competition looks like. So that is our update tonight at 3:20 a.m. in February for the Game Jam, the Gosu Game Jam number 2, with 13 hours, 37 minutes, and 37 seconds left. Here on the Agrotizer Network with your host, eagleDog. As we stream live coverage of the Gosu Game Jam 2. Our unofficial non-sponsor today is itch.io. Unofficial non-sponsor itch.io. Itch.io is a thing that does stuff on the interwebs, and that is where this video game jam is hosted. If you go in there to itch.io and look around and try to find Gosu Game Jam number 2, you'll find it. You can go in there, see what the games are, try them out, and if, and only if, you get in there before the end of the first week of March, you can even vote on the games that you like best. Here on the Agrotizer Network, I want to give another shout out to our first subscriber. We've still got just one subscriber, but hey, I've got some great news here. My latest stream, which only has one view, that viewer was watching for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Let me show you something else here. In this, in the last 28 days, which this channel has only been up for about 7 days, in the last 28 days, I've had 106 views and 10.3 hours of watch time. I did the math, and that means that like each person who's viewing a video is watching it on average for about 6 minutes. If my math is correct, which it's a good possibility my math is incorrect. Whatever the case is, they're watching for several minutes. So somebody watched, it looks like I've had 7 views of the sound quality check video in the last 48 hours. But apparently these people, when they get in there, they're sticking around. So that's kind of interesting. I've unlocked an achievement, 2 hours of watch time. People really like the videos you're creating. View analytics. I have not yet gone in there and checked out the analytics. Right now I'm much more concerned about sound quality, which is always an issue here at the Agrotizer Network. Just trying to dial in that sweet spot where the sound is nice and loud, but not too loud. Nice and strong and powerful, but not too powerful. Nice and full of bass, but not too much bass. Here on the Agrotizer Network, I am your host, eagleDog. As the last minutes count down in this Gosu Game Jam Challenge in February 2022, receiving some help from an acquaintance on the other side of the world who has helped me to save the day and has deactivated all the music and beep sounds, but except for these ones. Oh, I won. Oh, look at that. That was quick. Let's try that again. Okay. All right. All right. You go that way. There we go. Oh yeah, these ones. I keep winning. That's kind of nice. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the Agrotizer Network. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, eagleDog. In the next few days, we will be reviewing the submissions from the other... Oh, let's see. This has changed on disk. Do you want to reload it? Yes, reload it. There. Let's not see much of a change. As we broadcast here with the Gosu Game Jam, in the next few days we'll be sharing contributions from other players and participants. Until then, I am eagleDog. Good evening.